Take a look at this. We have Shax as he is now with focus decoding, competitive division rewards. We also now have prestige 5 focusing. You're able to focus tier 5 loot at a very high price after you have grinded your way to prestige 5, which, mind you, would take, I don't know, probably around half the season. Prestige 5 rewards and prestige 5 flare. So I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. This is beautiful. What have I come up with? I have developed a new vendor method that could work, that would obviously play into Bungie's grind fantasy and would also allow people to play what they want and grind what they want. What is going on, guys? It's your boy Fresh. Welcome back to another episode of
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
And we are here, guys, to talk about the vendor issues. Next episode, we will be talking about how I beat the game. Question mark? But that's not until next episode. There might be another episode in between that. I haven't figured it out yet. But we're here to talk about the vendor issue. So why don't you guys take a look at this? Haha, gotcha though. No, but for real, guys, take a look at this. Anything, notice anything? No? Okay. Well, what about this? Still nothing. Okay. Well then, how about this? So what if I told you guys, and you may already know at this point, what if I told you that there are 2 new trials weapons that you guys can farm for? We don't have any sort of focused farming because we don't have any featured weapons, and I don't also want to talk about the fact that I'm not 200 yet. I have a job, sorry about it, but moving on. So just like I was saying, guys, there are 2 new trials weapons that we can all farm for, as well as a new trial gear set or armor set. Where am I being made aware of that at Saint 14? Well, I mean, we're not. So, and that pretty much goes with any vendor at this point now. They have gotten rid of reward tracks. They have gotten rid of half or more of all of the vendors' inventories. And now even things that are new and in the game, farmable, brand new content aren't even being displayed for you to see. So whereas it doesn't really look like it, you actually can go for some new gear. I really don't understand what Bungie was doing with this. I don't understand the removal of the reward track. There are a lot of things that I would like to talk about in we'll keep that for another video. You know, tying tier 5s to guardian rank, as well as light level, and then resetting your light level. I don't agree with a lot of this stuff, but that's just your classic Bungie shenanigans. All right, guys, so I am not usually the ideas guy. I'm not usually up in here trying to fix the game, giving too much feedback on the game. I just want to play the game, but I also want to try and give my opinion on how we could fix the vendors. I think this would be a very good change, a very good thing to implement. If you guys agree with this to any extent, let me know in the comments and pass this video along, dude. Get this video to Bungie. I don't know, get it to Aztecross. I have no idea. But so I came up with this idea while I was playing Destiny 1, oddly enough. Wrong account. Okay, moving on. So back to what I was saying. So I was playing Destiny 1. So while I was playing Destiny 1, I came across this, the Crucible rank 3, and needing to be Crucible rank 3 to purchase anything from the vendors. Okay, so this is all going to tie together at some point, and just wait, just listen. Back to Shax. We're switching games more than Bungie switches decisions on what they think they should do with their game. But so if we all remember prestige, you rank up through your reward track. I don't even have a clip of it anymore. Maybe I can find one. You rank up through your reward track, correct? And then at the end, you prestige. So then by the end of the season, you're what? Prestige 1, prestige 2, 3. If you're me, you're probably prestige 8 or 10 or something, because I just play PvP. And honestly, I feel like there are other people out there that only want to play PvP. And I thought that we were going to be able to progress, level, and get pretty much anything that we wanted from any mode, whether that's PvE, PvP. That was kind of one of their talking points, that they wanted to make it so that people could play the way that they want. And right now, that is absolutely not the case. On top of that, obviously, they destroyed the vendors. So if we want to play into Bungie's grind fantasy, which is kind of ridiculous, but you know, let's throw them a bone. Let's play into their grind fantasy. Now take a look at this. I have developed a new vendor method in my head that could work, that would obviously play into Bungie's grind fantasy and would also allow people to play what they want and grind what they want. So take a look at this. We have Shax as he is now, with focus decoding, competitive division rewards, which is basically nothing, it's just an emblem. We also now have prestige 5 focusing. Now you could put this for any prestige. So prestige 5 focusing, prestige 5 rewards, and prestige 5 flare. So inside prestige focusing, you could have any number of PvP weapons. Hopefully we would get some sort of refresh as well, but we all know that won't happen. So we're going to be playing with the frozen orbit or whatever else Shax is selling, the rose, the mercurial overreach, you name it. So prestige 5 focusing, you're able to focus tier 5 loot at a very high price after you have grinded your way to prestige 5, which, mind you, would take, I don't know, probably around half the season, maybe a third of a season. But typically I get to around 6, 7, 8 prestiges in a season if I'm really grinding. So if you want to play PvP, you got to really grind up in there, you know, and maybe you have to play comp in order to bring your prestige up at some point. I don't know how they would want to implement it, but so here we go. You know, Bungie's giant grind fantasy come to life on paper, in a picture more like. So you would only be able to focus tier 5s once you hit prestige 5, and maybe you could limit it to, I don't know, let's say 3 a week or something like that. Put it at a very high price, so it's behind a very high price, correct? It's behind a very long grind, and you're only able to get a few. And then, you know what? Throw RNG in there, throw random rolls in there. I guarantee you this would be 100 times better than what we have now with basically, I mean, we basically have nothing. So, I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. This is beautiful. What have I come up with? Honestly, guys, I'm rambling at this point. So we have prestige 5 focusing. Now we have prestige 5 rewards. I don't know what you would want to throw in there necessarily, but you know, I mean, honestly, dude, throw an emote in there. Throw an exotic emote in there that has something to do with PvP. I used the pigeon feed, so this might be more in line with a Saint 14 prestige 5 rewards track. But so you got to grind up to prestige 5 to get that emote, to get that exotic emote. You don't think people would want to grind that? You're nuts if you don't think people would want to grind that. People are collectors. People are out there. They want 100% of everything, and people are nuts. So you put in a prestige 5 exotic emote. I mean, I already want it. I'm just saying, I already want it, whatever it is. Please give it to me. Put it in my pocket, please. Otherwise, I don't know what you would want to have on your prestige 5 rewards track and how you would want to be able to claim your rewards through your prestige 5. You know, I don't really know. Maybe they're all available right off the rip. I don't know. But prestige 5 rewards, and obviously now, you know, we got a rose, tier 5 rose, pretty sexy, just saying. And then, I don't know, at the bottom I just put in prestige 5 flare. So you could do this the same as you would do an emote. So for trials, for Vanguard, you know, make it an exotic emote, make it move, make it have movement and fun things and sparkly, glittery. Everyone loves glows, dude. Make it glow. Who gives a shit, dude? Bungie, please do anything. Take this and run with it, please. This is perfect. What are we doing here? So, you know, you're locking tier 5 competitive or crucible weapons behind a long grind, behind a high price, throwing RNG in there. I mean, you can't tell me people still wouldn't be in there, dude. And then Bungie, you got people playing the game for days and days and days, and they're playing what they want. They're having a fantastic time. Come on. What else do I need to say? And then you're going to throw some, you know, exotic emote, some exotic shader up in there that you can only get this season if you hit Prestige 5. Do I need to say anything more? Okay, I don't think I really do. And I'm starting to ramble and get too excited because this will probably never happen. But I think it's a good idea, or something like that. I mean, something along the lines of it. So I feel like at this point I've discussed a lot of what I wanted to discuss. Fixing the vendors. Let's get up in there with the prestiges. Let's actually make that worth something. Let's let people play the way they want to play, because if they're having fun, they're gonna play longer. They can get some sexy tier 5 rewards, tier 5 rows, exotic emotes and shaders for this season, Prestige 5 PvP. And you could do this for every vendor. You could do this for Saint 14. You could do this for Zavala. You could do this for Drifter. Nobody plays Gambit, but if you throw a sexy emote in there, a sparkly tier 5 Prestige 5 fantastic emote, make them play Gambit, dude. Fuck them. You're already basically saying that right now, sort of, Bungie. So you can't tell me that something like this wouldn't be a good idea. If you guys have any other ideas on how we could make this work, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear it. I don't know what else to do, guys. Obviously, we have tier 5s locked behind, I was gonna say paywall, obviously paywall, but tier 5s locked behind Guardian rank and also light level. So, you know, I get it. And now we have the whole, you know, A+, B-, you know, so I don't really know how this would work, but I really cannot see Bungie having to reset everyone's level every season or every major expansion and really lock this tier 5 loot behind giant 3-foot thick golden doors. You know, I really couldn't see it lasting too long, and I really do like the tier 5 systems. You know, I like the new gear, I like the new weapons. I have come to like the portal. I know I said in one of my other videos I wasn't a huge fan of the portal, but I do really like the expansion. The grind has gotten ridiculous, and 150 to 200 hours of grind time playing things that I do not want to play. It's not fun anymore. It's really not. But I love this game. I want to see it do well, and I want to continue to play. I just want to play the way that I want to play. Those are all of my thoughts. Like I said, I came about this idea while I was playing Destiny 1, and I saw that purchasing gear was locked behind Crucible rank 3, and I would say Crucible rank 3 in Destiny 1 is about as hard as getting Prestige 1 in a season for Destiny 2. I would say it probably takes about the same amount of time. So that's kind of where this idea sparked. It kind of spiraled out of control. I really hope that someone out there hears this and sees this, because I really do think this is a somewhat good idea or foundation. Like I said 1,000 times, it plays into Bungie's grind fantasy, and it also lets people play the way that they want to play. So not only are they going to be spending a ton of currency, putting a ton of time in, but they're going to be wanting to play what they're playing. I mean, that's a triple win for, I think, everyone, except for having to spend the currency. And if you want the things, I mean, spend the currency. That's what we do. That's the game. It's a looter shooter. If nothing like this ever happens, I wouldn't be super surprised, but I just want the best for myself and everyone else that plays this game. So with that being said, guys, I hope that you have a fantastic day, and I will see you all in the next one. Hopefully it's a weapon video, and it might be a kind of continuation of this video. I haven't really decided yet, but you guys have a fantastic day. I will catch you in the next one. All right, peace out.